Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tall Tales channel. And today we are actually going to be introducing a new member to the Tall Tales team that you all haven't got to see yet. He's been mentioned in the podcast. I don't think he's been mentioned in the video yet, though. This has been, have you ever even done a YouTube channel before?
No.
Okay, so this is very interesting.
This
for you.
is
very weird.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun.
So Ben is one of our buddies from high school. We hunted together, we fished together, laughed, cried, blood, sweat, tears, all of that together.
We'll have to put a podcast video out.
But so I will actually be stepping out of frame, and I will let Ben break down what we are going through today.
Guys, don't get on me too hard. Like we just mentioned, I'm fairly new to this whole YouTube thing. So I guess today we're going to be talking about my bow setup. We already went over John's, and I guess it's my turn. So, little rundown. I didn't start hunting until a little bit later in my years. I started around 16, 17. And
you were mostly a fisherman, though.
Oh, dude.
You fished most of your life.
I love my fishing.
That's why you're.
I don't know everything, but
you're better than I am.
Yeah, but I do plan on covering some fishing for you guys if if that fits your fancy. But I guess today we're just gonna talk about the bow, so I'll go ahead and not keep you all waiting. So I did used to shoot gold points. That's when I first started, compound shooting.
Gold tip.
What did I say?
Gold point.
What he said, gold tip. We can edit that out. But I was shooting the wrong spline, and these arrows were on clearance or something. So I picked up a couple of these. They're the Maxima Reds 250 spline. I'm shooting QAD. What are these?
Exodus.
QAD Exodus tips, which I would tell you how they work, but I haven't got to shoot anything yet. So
do they shoot accurate when you shoot them at a target, though?
Oh yeah, shooting at a target. I mean, I can put pretty good groups at 20, 30, and 40 yards. So I mean, they shoot really good. They're a good shooting arrow. I mean, I would recommend this arrow to anybody really. They're not on the super expensive side, and they're not on the super cheap side either. I think clearance, I got them for like $6, but I think they're normally like 12 to 18 at most where I live. Which is that's kind of pushing expensive, but not really.
Not really if you look at my arrows.
So the Maxima Red with the QADs. I don't know. And then for my release, I'm just using the index finger wrist release True Ball Stinger XT. And the only reason I'm really shooting this is because I was new, and I got told to start off on a wrist release, which I could have been told wrong, and if I was, y'all can blame John for that.
I said it was easier to start off because you were a gun shooter before.
Yes, that is true.
So it's a lot less of an adjustment.
Which, I really like how it fits on my wrist. As you all can see, I got pretty skinny arms, and it fits well on my wrist. So, I mean, I don't really have any complaints about this release. It hasn't failed on me yet. I've had it for 2.5, 3 years now. So I'd recommend it. Plus, this is only like a $20 to $25 release, and I think you can get it at Walmart. Now on to the fun part. I shoot a bear, which I love bear. It's a Bear Kuma 30. And so basically, I bought this bow off of John when he bought one of his old new bows. I got the limb dampeners / savers on the top and the bottom. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Kind of just makes the bow quieter. They were on it when I bought it, but John explained what they do, so I decided to keep them on there. It's a 30-inch axle to axle. I got it at 65 pounds. I really enjoy this bow. This bow has not done me wrong one time other than slapping my arm. Okay, so I'm shooting I got a 29-inch draw length. So 29 or 29 and a half, I can't remember exactly.
29 because 30 would be on the long end.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're probably 29. That's about average. I just have short arms.
Yeah, little T-Rex looking. But the camo on the bow is the black and white American flag. I don't know if you all could see that, up close. I'll try and get it, see if you can see the stars at least a little bit. But moving on down, I got a Trophy Ridge Joker 4-pin. I think I got this from Walmart too. I like the 4-pins because me personally in the stand, I don't like to see a deer, range the deer, adjust my sight to my yardage. I mean, I like just having them set. I have them set at 20, 30, 40, and 50. Haven't really shot much at 50. I don't really plan to, considering I'm still a beginner. But I mean, this sight's done me pretty well too. I mean, if you're looking for a nice budget sight, you can't really go wrong with Trophy Ridge. Plus, Trophy Ridge is owned by Bear, so stay impartial. But moving on a little bit further down, I'm shooting a QAD HDX Ultra Rest. It's a drop away rest, which actually I think I need to turn it this way. It's just a quick, easy flick of a trigger, and it's up and ready to go. This was probably not on the more expensive side of rest. I haven't done as much research into it.
It's a middle ground.
I think it was like,
they have one level above it, and then they have the Hunter, which is below it.
I think I paid like $120
Yeah,
for
sounds
it.
about right. But that was a couple years ago too, so I think
probably
everything's gone up.
In my industry, it has at least.
And by the way, on this video, I will make sure that I have everything linked down in the description when it is uploaded. I did not do that until 2 days after the other one was uploaded. So I will make sure everything that he has on this bow is down in the description, along with his bow down in there.
So the rest, QAD, HDX Ultra, it's a good rest. It's not done me wrong either. The only complaint that I have, which technically can't even really be a complaint, is that the little padding that they have on the rest, I don't know if I can get it close enough for you all to see it. The little padding here is starting to fall off, but like I said, I've had this bow and I've had this set up for 2.5, 3 years. So I mean, it's held up pretty well, and it's not close to falling off or anything, but it's just flaking a little bit. But moving on further down, I can't even remember what the specific name of this is, but it's a Trophy Ridge stabilizer. Hitman 10-inch. Yeah, John's kind of coaching me here. Sorry, guys. I mean, I can't really complain about the stabilizer either. I mean, I know this is kind of a dumb reason to like it, but I like that you can change out the little color rings to match the rest of your bow, which, I mean, green. Green. If I wanted to change it, I could. And I'm just using the strap that came with the stabilizer. It just, Trophy Ridge strap.
Didn't that come as a kit with a quick disconnect?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir, it did.
I find it so comical that I'm sitting here teaching you
and
Levi about your bow.
You know what? That's fine.
I'm not saying nothing bad. It's just funny.
I will be the first one.
You shot that thing for 3 years, and
I could tell you exactly what fishing poles I have.
I'm sure you can. You know what I can tell you about my fishing poles? They catch fish.
That's fair. That's what they're intended to do now, But really, I think that's about it on the bow. So I guess we'll move on to the quiver, which I didn't have a quiver for a long time, so I kind of just went and bought one from Walmart, Trophy Taker. I mean, for what you pay for it, I guess it does its job. The only thing that I can say that I don't really like about it is it does not hold the arrows in very well. I've been up in a tree and had an arrow just fall out, so I wasn't too happy about that. But I mean, for the 22 bucks I paid for it, it does its job. If you're looking for a budget bow setup, I guess you could get this, but personally I'd recommend spending a little bit extra money to get something that your arrows aren't going to fall out of.
Yeah, because you're not even shooting small diameter arrows,
no.
Which is a crazy part. You're shooting 5mm.
Yeah, and it just fell out of it. I mean, I pushed it at, whenever I put it on my bow, I make sure that they are pushed all the way in, set all the way in, and I'm just sitting there in the tree looking around, and I hear something rattle the leaves, and I look down, and my arrow is just sticking up out of the ground. So wasn't too happy, but it didn't really mess up my hunt. I don't think I saw anything that day anyway. So other than that, I mean, man, that's really about it, I think.
Is it loud?
It's a very quiet bow. That might be because the limb dampeners, I've never shot it with them off, so I don't know what it sounds like with them off. But it's a very quiet bow. I mean, it's a pretty quick bow. Heck, John's bow last year, before he bought the Matthews, my arrows were hitting the target significantly quicker. So, I mean,
I was shooting 5 pounds more than you.
Yeah, and you were shooting 70. So, I love the way it shoots. Even with the gold tip arrows that weren't shooting the best, I mean, I was still getting pretty good groups with them. I really don't have any complaint. Actually, the only complaint I have, which this happens to every bow, is my little string stop. Almost every time I shoot it, it ends up like that. So you just got to turn it back and go about your day. But that's the only thing I can complain about, which I've had the bow for 3 years. You had the bow for,
I think, a year and a half.
So 4 or 5 year old bow. I mean,
well, it's older than that because I bought it when it was 2 years old. So that's a 2018 model bow. I do believe it was 2018 because that was when Bear was going through and remaking all its old classic bows. They came out with the Kuma 30 again because that was always a big seller back in the day, and they just shortened it up to 30 inches axle to axle.
Gotcha. I love how you know this stuff.
I'm such a nerd, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm such a nerd. But yeah, so that was 2018. What are we in? 2024. So for 6-year-old bow.
6-year-old bow. I really don't have any complaints with it. For a 6-year-old bow, it's holding up really good. I mean, you obviously have to do your typical maintenance, waxing the string and everything, which I need to get a little better about doing. But I think it's a great bow. The long story short, if you're not looking to completely break your wallet, I definitely look into Bear. I've not really had a single complaint about it.
I really didn't have a problem with that bow either.
I love this bow. John said something about buying it back to me, and I said, you can take your happy self on somewhere, get out of here. This is my bow.
That's what I'm about to face for. You can keep it.
That is true.
I do still love that bow, though. That bow holds a special. That is the most comfortable grip I've had on a bow.
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
Yeah.
It is really nice. But yeah. Again, the Bear Kuma 30. But all right, guys, that pretty much sums up my video. I hope you all liked it. I know I didn't know everything. That's why I had John here to help.
So I own that bow. So I remember when we went and set it up because I helped him pick out sights, stabilizers,
everything.
But yeah, so another just bow breakdown. That's what. Are you going to try to shoot target with me this year?
Yeah, I'll definitely shoot target with you this
year. But yeah, that'll be about it for Ben's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Once again, go down, tell us what we can improve on.
Yeah, please.
We're still learning. Like I said, my video, Ben has never been in a YouTube video before, so obviously he's a little bit off. He's not completely comfortable in front of the camera, but I think he did pretty good. I think he did pretty good, little buddy. So, but yeah, I guess that's it for us. We'll see you guys later.